Hello and welcome to the SAP Lumira expert team. In this video, we'll show you how to group data within columns within SAP Lumira. So here we have my data set, and what I want to do is group all of my values within my lines column. So if we go to the far right hand side of the screen and open up this manipulations tools tab, we see that there's a number of different actions which we can take. If we go down to the very bottom of that, we'll see the named group action. We want to click on that in order to select our groups. That opens up a new window, and within this window we can add new groups, and I'm going to add 3 more, and then we also have all of the values that were within our column that we have selected. So those are all my values, and what also happens is that it populates and it tells us the number of records within each one of those values as well within that column. So we could rename our groups, of course. So for the purpose of this video, I'll regroup it or rename my groups. One will be labeled tops. And we'll create an others group as well. So what's important for when you're wanting to insert your values into your different groups is that you select the correct group that you want to insert those values into. So because I'm going to be selecting all of my top values first, so all of the tops lines, and I want to put those into the proper group, I select the top group. And then you can either insert the values one by one, or you can also insert a whole bunch by holding down the control button. So I'm going to do it the faster way, and I'll hold down the control button as I'm selecting all of the values that I want to insert into that certain group. So my tops, I'll select all those first. Those will be my sweaters, jackets, sweat t-shirts, overcoats, and that's it. And then I press the add button. What will happen is all of those will automatically be generated and inserted into the group I wanted it to. I will select the other ones I want to as well. So these will be my bottoms. And again, I'm holding down the control key so that I can select all the ones I want to at the same time. Once I've selected all of them, again, I'll press add, and we'll see that they all get shot into there pretty nicely. I only have a couple other values I want to select, so I'll select those quickly and put those into my last group as well. One thing to note is sometimes groups will be collapsed, so beside the group names, you can see that there's a minus tab. If we click that button, it will minimize the group, and you won't see the values within there. So if you want to be able to see what's within those groups that you just generated, make sure that you press the plus button and expand that group for you. Another thing to note as well is if there's any values that you don't select and don't put into a group, you can either group those automatically, and that is the default setting within SAP Lumira, that those will be grouped as an others group. But you can also select this keep the original values option as well, and that will allow you to keep the original values, of course, and they won't be grouped. So once we're happy with our groupings, we can press the OK button, and then SAP Lumira will actually generate a new column for us, and it'll be labeled the grouped lines column in this case. And just to kind of show you what that looks like in terms of a visualization, we'll go into the visualize mode, and I'm just going to create a very simple bar graph for us. So for my attributes, I'll select the group lines attribute and put that as my axis label. And then I'll create a measure, let's say sales revenue, and that will now be measured along my groups that I generated. And what you will also notice is that there is this extra little grouping that I didn't create, and that's the others group. And that is, like I said, a standard feature, standard setting within SAP Lumira. There was one value that I didn't select, and it just kind of generated its own others group there. So if you don't want that to happen, make sure you have all of your values set into groups, or you can click that other button like I showed you, keep the original values button. So there we have it, guys. There's all of my groups that I generated, and we hope you found this video useful, and let us know if you have any questions.